So, as many of you know, the last year of my life has been quite transformative, to say the least. Since moving out of my last apartment a few months ago and now living alone in this one, it's been a roller coaster of self-discovery and growth, trauma and triumph, heartbreak and healing. It's been a lot. I'm not the same person I was when I started this channel. Living in my studio apartment before the world turned upside down in 2020. We've all changed since then, haven't we? Like, in our own ways. And I've been slowly realizing that with my videos, I've been clinging to the old version of me. I've been trying to recreate over and over again what Moda Misfit was in the beginning. Small apartment styling tips. And that's it. And over 100 videos later, combined with the personal and creative changes I've gone through, I have been stuck in a rut with my channel. Like, in a lot of ways, I have been feeling like I've just been recycling the same things over and over again, spinning around in a circle like a broken record. Simply put, things have gotten a bit repetitive and stale for me. There are only so many decorating tips a girl can give, you know? So I've decided to change things up around here. So in this video, I just want to have a casual sit-down chat with you about where I'm at creatively and personally, and about what you can expect from my channel going forward. And if you're new to my channel, this video might not be the best one to start with, frankly. This playlist is probably a better place for you to start if you're new. I'll link to it in the description. It documents my experience moving into and decorating this apartment. But you're still welcome to watch this video, of course. It just might feel a little out of context. But if you're down to stick around, then please make yourself comfortable. My name is Steffi, and on this channel I give small apartment styling tips and cozy living inspiration. So let's talk about the changes I have in mind for this channel and why I'm making them. And most of these changes pertain to the new format I am going to be adopting for most, if not all, of my videos. I guess it'll depend, but unless a video calls for the older format that I've always been doing, then I want this new format to be the main format. Ever since starting my channel, for the most part, I have stuck to one topic per video. That's it. And I've totally boxed myself into that. Like, for whatever reason, I've always felt like each of my videos had to be dedicated to one topic and one topic only. It was like this arbitrary rule I set for myself for some reason. And this led me to feeling like I had to stretch out one single topic to fill a 10 to 20 minute YouTube video. And I get so stressed trying to figure out how do I make this one topic into a full video. For example, this week's video was initially going to be about improving some styling details in my bathroom. And it was stressing me out. Like, how do I make a full video about switching out a damn shower curtain? And this led me to realize something very obvious. I can talk about multiple topics in one video. Like, what's stopping me from doing that? Why not make my videos feel like a mini magazine rather than a single article? So going forward, I'm going to experiment with doing longer videos that have multiple segments. I'm thinking that the first segment of my longer videos will be like a typical Moda Misfit video. Like, watch me change my shower curtain and add a few more styling details to my bathroom. And then instead of trying to stretch that out, I'll just talk about more things after that. Like, the next segment after that could be a cozy recommendation that I have. And then after that, maybe it's talking about a new decor trend that's happening out there and like, what do we think of it? Then the next segment could be featuring an inspiring decor Instagram account of the week, like I do in my weekly newsletter, and so on and so forth. Basically, it's gonna be like Moda Misfit Plus. And this feels so much more exciting for me. It makes me feel way less boxed in. And as far as longer videos go, frankly, as a YouTube viewer myself, I prefer longer videos. My favorite YouTubers that I go back to over and over again, their videos are like 1 to 3 hours long. Now, my videos won't be that long, but I started to think about why I love these long-form YouTubers so much. And there are a lot of reasons, but I think it all comes down to the fact that I feel like they keep me company. And I kind of feel bonded with them because we spend so much time together. So I want my videos to feel similar. I want to keep you company. I've been so afraid of allowing my videos to be longer because my biggest fear is boring you. But I want to move past that fear. I want my videos to keep you company like my favorite YouTubers do for me. You can put me in the background while you work if you want. You can skip the topics that you're not interested in because there will be chapters. Or you can be a captive audience member all the way through. However you want to watch, I'm gonna be here for you, keeping you company. So that's what I'm envisioning for the new format of my videos going forward. To sum it up, I needed to make things interesting for myself again. I want to do longer videos, and these longer videos are going to be split into segments that cover different topics. In my opinion, I think it's going to be really fun. And here's what I'm not going to do anymore. There are a bunch of things that have been holding me back. Mental hangups that have made creating videos feel so burdensome and not very fun. And as I go through these things that I'm not going to do anymore, I bet you can probably apply these same hangups to your own life, because these are not just like YouTuber hangups. These are human hangups. So here's what I'm not doing anymore. Number 1, worrying so much about what other people think. For one thing, worrying about what people think leads me to cut out so much from my videos because I'm worried that I'll bore people and they'll think I'm rambling. It also leads me to spend so much time in the editing process, specifically on B-roll, which is the footage that goes over the top of me, you know, like the pretty footage that I include in my videos of my apartment and various other pretty things. Since decor is such a visual medium, I genuinely want to include a lot of visuals. I want my videos to be visually stimulating. It is a good rule of thumb to show more than you tell, but I've taken it way too far. Right, Hilo? Hilo, we spend way too much time in the editing process, don't we? It's gotten to the point where it's debilitating. I get so hung up on making sure that hopefully a good majority of my videos are B-roll rather than my face, that it just like, I just spiral into this sort of like obsessive, like,
what visual can I add here? What visual can I add there? How do I make it so that my videos are not just me talking to the camera?
There was this one comment that someone left on a video of mine a while ago. It was the video I made about like 5 inspiring studio apartments to follow on Instagram. And this person left a wonderful gem of a comment saying,
I'd appreciate more camera focus on the examples instead of on you. This is the second video I've watched from your channel, and frankly, I've seen enough of your face against the mural wall and bedspread. Thank you.
First of all, can you even imagine writing a comment like this? Like, I've never in my life even felt the impulse to make a comment that would so obviously make someone feel shitty. Like, it doesn't even occur to me as an option. But nonetheless, I have a genuine fear when making my videos that people like this person will get bored if I show too much of my face talking to the camera. But at the end of the day, that's really what YouTube is, right? A place where people make videos of themselves talking about things. If you just want to see pretty decor imagery, then there is a better place for you than YouTube. It's called Pinterest. Frankly, I'm done holding myself responsible for other people's short attention spans. Also, worrying about what other people think causes me to not talk about certain things. Don't even get me started about why I don't make witch aesthetic videos anymore. Now, 99% of my comments are positive, but the negative ones resonate and they hurt. And I really need to stop holding myself back out of fear of getting my feelings hurt. I want to give myself the freedom to experiment and feel creative again, and not feel like I need a permission slip from all the potential trolls lurking in the dark corners of the internet. So here's something to think about. What are you cutting out of your life out of fear of what other people might think? Let's maybe be brave together and start doing the things we want to do, regardless of the opinions of other people. Another thing I'm going to stop doing is only sharing decor tips because I'm afraid that my videos won't be valuable unless I'm giving advice. No more boxing myself in. I'm going to loosen the death grip that I've had on my videos and be more loose. I'm going to let myself talk about things that I simply want to talk about, regardless of whether they're a tip or not. And allow myself to just be someone you like to hang out with on YouTube and not a teacher figure. If I want to give a music recommendation and tell you to listen to Alt J, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to let myself get more vulnerable and share personal things when I feel like doing so. I've done some of that, but I'm always afraid of talking too much about myself because I don't want to come across as self-absorbed. That's one of the reasons why tip videos is such an easy fallback, is I don't have to worry about coming across as at least too self-indulgent when I'm giving tips to people. So here's another thing for you to think about. How are you limiting yourself because you're afraid that what you have to say isn't valuable? I feel like all of us question our innate value, and we have to remind ourselves that we have valuable things to say, and they don't always have to be overtly valuable, like giving advice. Sometimes just simply talking is valuable, and I need to remind myself of that. And the last thing I'm going to stop doing is beating myself up. I really can be so brutal with myself, and I need to get in the habit of not completely beating myself up over every single little thing. Now, this is easier said than done. Not beating myself up has been a lifelong journey and one that I will probably be on forever. But as it pertains to YouTube videos, I'm gonna try to go a little easier on myself. I really need this to be fun again. I don't need my YouTube channel to be another tool with which I flog myself. I have enough of those already. So think about how you can go easier on yourself in your life. Can we just be nicer to ourselves? So those are the things that I'm gonna try to not do anymore. And this is the new plan. This is what I want my YouTube channel to be going forward. We'll see how successful I am at implementing it, because it's so easy to fall back on old habits. Like, I can see myself like just inadvertently giving tips in a video that wasn't supposed to be a tip video to begin with. So this will be, you know, a process. But overall, I'm really excited just to do something different and to ease up on myself, get creative again, experiment again, and just talk about the things that I want to talk about, which, yes, will mostly fall into the decor and cozy lifestyle category, of course. Like, I'm not going to deviate. I'm not going to start talking about like astrophysics. Not that I'd be capable of such a thing, but yeah, just within the world of lifestyle YouTube, I'm gonna start talking about what I wanna talk about. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think would be a good topic for me to include in one of my upcoming YouTube videos with this new multi-segment video format that I'm gonna start doing? If you have any ideas, please let me know. Like, honestly, what would you like to hear from me? You know, what would be fun? That's the theme now of this channel, is fun. We're gonna have fun, damn it.